Okay. Now we are getting into the philosophic aspect of yoga and the spirituality especially. So there is a doubt can arise in every person's mind. Why should I go for spirituality? I'm having all this and I enjoy all this. So why should I have an extra spirituality? Is it to boost my energy or make me more healthy? No. Spirituality is something totally different. It is to find answers for your questions. There are so many questions. And these questions arise from the time you are aware of the world. That time onwards, what is death? Why I am born? What is the goal of my life? What will I get for living here? That can be a question. So I live, I was born, I live, and I die. Just like any dried leaf, fallen leaf, gone. So is there any purpose? Why should I live? It can be a question. Do you have any question like that? Yes. And what is this death? That's the question. I know that everybody is dying. It's a continuous process. And at that time we feel sorrow. But 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week, or 2 weeks, that sorrow is gone, replaced. And once in a while we are afraid of our own death. So actually what is death and what happens after death? That can be a big question. But more often we have an answer: after death we may go to heaven or hell. So we are satisfied with that answer, right? But it is not so. It is a simple question, it's a simple answer for a big question. That's going to heaven or going to hell is a simple answer for a big question. Big question, what is that big question? What is death? Unless you define what is death, how are you going to know what happened after death? So here in this spiritual philosophy class, we try to we try to answer all these questions, right? Okay. Then there can be a question: are you making up answer? You are asking me, are you making up answer, or recently somebody wrote these articles and based on that articles are you telling these answers, or these answers were already written somewhere which is handed over from time to time, from person to person? Is there something is there? Something is there. Yes, it is there. It is not recent questions and answers brought by somebody here, but the answers were, the questions were asked thousands of years back, and the answers were given at the time itself. The first text which is known to the humanity is Vedas. Have you heard that? Veda. It's Veda. Approximately 5,000, more than 5,000 years old. Veda. And this Veda deals with these kinds of questions and answers. And especially the last part of the Veda is called Upanishad. What is that? Upanishad. That's the term is given. It's called Vedanta or. So, Upanishad. You have one Upanishad with you. Kaivalya Upanishad. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. Just you can show it to them.
This one, sir.
Yes. That text is part of Veda. Are you satisfied now? Yeah. So there, in that text, the answers were given. So, for living for what? What happened after death? All those kinds of questions and answers. We will come to that point later. Now, the content of this Veda. The class is not to make you by heart something. It is not that this text says these things and that text says these things by heart, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then repeat after me. It's not so. Here we are going to understand what is happening around us, what is happening inside me, and who am I really? From where I came? At present, really who am I? At present, really who am I? How many roles I play in my life? What type of face I have? I have a face, very pleasant face for others, but a crying face for me, a doubting face, crying face, right? So many faces. It's okay. I adjust with that. I'm comfortable with that. So here, to understand all these things, we need some words, and familiar with that words will come to know our position, our reality. So what we want to know is the reality called, what is the reality of the world, what's the reality of me, the I, the individual. Means when you say you, it's not my identity, I am not revealing my identity, but you are recognizing your identity. Okay? Am I clear, or you want me to pause and then talk again? Can I continue like this? Okay? Yeah, comfortable? Every time if you miss a word or a sentence, you can just raise your hand. You can be totally free. It's like chit chat. It is, the divinity is not going away from us. It will be here always. It is, in fact, that is so close to us that it is inside and outside of us. You have to recognize this divinity, that's all. We don't have to create divinity here. Divinity is, we were born from divinity. We live in divinity and we disappear in divinity. That's called death. From that awareness, we are right now in these two forms. That one form is I, the individual, and the second form is other than I, everything. Just imagine that, how beautifully it is presented here. It is presented in Veda. Here means the Veda. How beautifully it is presented. Only two things are here in this known and unknown your scenario. Only two things. What? One is I, the knower, and the second is this, the known, or I, the individual, and the world, or awarer, aware, or subject. I am the subject and everything else is object. Then what about Ishvara or God? Ishvara means that's a Sanskrit word for God. Ishvara means Ishvara means it is not a big word. It is the meaning of the word is ruler. The one who rules. Ruler, just the one who rules. That's it. So Ishvara comes under I the knower or not I. What do you say? No, definitely not I. I am what I am. I am not Ishvara. So Ishvara also come under this not I. So I is unique. There is no second I in this world. I and I. Nobody says that. I and you. I and he. I and Ishvara. I and Rama. I and Bruto. Whoever it is. I and this. Yeah.
But what is the I?
Yeah. That I means the you know about yourself. That I is the I is knower there. Knower. You are the knower of this. You are the seer. Seer means the one who sees. Seer of this. I is presented or known to you as a knower or a seer, like that. Many are there. So I is not limited to a phrase right now. We are enquiring I. The subject matter is the enquiry of I is the subject matter of philosophy. That's the question. That's the question. What is I? Your question is the right question. Yeah, that I is presently that I is known in many ways. See, suppose I say that I am white. That means your body's color is attributed to I, right? Right. And I am black, or I am brown. I am a great person. I am a healthy person. Then here you have a body, and this body has some kind of a qualifications, good or bad. You attribute those things to I. And then your age. I'm 25-year-old. I'm 35-year-old. Time is an attribute to this I. I am here. An Indian person. See, suppose I am an Indian. I am British. I am Brit. How do you say? British. Okay. I am British. And then your I is identified with the place, nation. So I is totally flexible I. I can be with anything. I can be with in anywhere. So I am comfortable with that I. I am comfortable with that I. Now, are you comfortable with that I? Next question. See, suppose I say I am sad. Are you comfortable with that?
Who is sad?
I am sad.
This is very close to you.
Yeah, I am sad. Right now I am sad. This sentence you come across many times from many persons. Yeah. I am happy. Who is happy? I am happy. Is that earlier the person who said I am sad is the same person right now he is saying that I am happy? Yes, of course, there is not two different persons. So one, I can be sad at a time and happy at another time. One, I can say that I am healthy at one time and I am unhealthy I am sick at another time. So there is one I is constant. That is the point. Anything happen to you, you can be anywhere. You can be a kid or a young or a old person, but I remain as I. I remain as I. The attributes come and go. I am sad. I remain there. Sadness comes. When sadness comes, I am sad. When sadness goes, I am not sad. When happiness comes, I am happy. When happiness goes, I am not happy. So our whole life is from one end to the another end. From the sadness to the happiness. This is what our experience is. So now we can say that what I have in my life, either sadness or happiness. And it varies from degree to degree. So extreme sadness, extreme happiness, any experience bring sadness or happiness in between these 2 points. Anything. You just say that I am happy. Here, that's what I said. When you said I am happy, means in between this extreme sadness to extreme happiness, you are somewhere in between that. You are somewhere in that point. Okay.
But what is happiness and what is sadness? How
That-
can you?
that's a big question. That will come. Yeah, that will come later. So here is an introduction. In that introduction, I'm just giving some outlines. The picture will come out later. and now you know that the whole of your experience can you say that it's very tasty. Tasty means what? Is it make you happy or unhappy? Tasty means happy. It's very lovely. Is it make you happy or unhappy? Happy. Oh, vulgar. Suppose somebody says something and then you irritate and say that, then it's a nasty comment. Something like that. Is it happy or sadness? Then that means something you like and something you don't like. Dislike. Every time, your whole life, you are moving forward with these two things. One is like and another one is dislike. I like, I dislike. I like this place, I like this place, I like this place, oh I don't like this place. I like this, I like this, I like tea, I like Indian tea, I like Indian tea, oh I don't like Indian tea. So, likes and dislike, it is also, so it shows that throughout our life, everything can be brought under these 2 categories, either like or dislike, or sadness or happiness, or another point is, or enjoyer or enjoyed. Another point is enjoyer. Everything brought under these 2 categories, enjoyer or enjoyed. A cup of coffee, enjoyer or enjoyed? Of course, enjoyed. Anything. See, suppose you see a person, when you say that you are very smart, you look smart. So that means what? I am happy of seeing your smartness. So that means there is a hidden enjoyer. Seen a person, enjoyer is here. Seen a thing, enjoyer is here. So that means constantly the I remains as I, but that I is known to us in different, multiple ways. Knower, enjoyer, seer, hearer. When you hear some sound, you are hearer now. When you see something, you are seer now. So that means how many eyes are in you? Not eyes, but I. In court. How many eyes are in you? In one you. Can you imagine? That's why others are confused. They say that you are not the person I know. So that means you changed. You changed means what? Now you are identified with something else. What is that something else? Is it knower I or enjoyer I? No. There is something more to understand. That is, what is that more to understand? That is my emotions, my mind, my intellect, my memory. There are certain things only known to me, and it is not known to anyone else. I possess certain things which cannot be shared. But I possess something else which can be shared. My hair, it can be shared. Cut and give to someone if you have, you know. and my hand, it can be shared. Then that is why I shake hands. Or pull a person. So you are helping with your hands. So how can you help with your mind? The mind is only visible to you. Visible means known. Only known to you, not anyone else. That's why once in a while you say that I'm very sad that you never understood me. Have you heard that word? Huh? I tried many times to make you understand really who am I. But I failed. That means how did you made the other person to know who are you? You shouted, that's all. And that is not the answer. So here, what really, do you know that who really you are? If you do not know that who you are really who you are, then how the other person is going to know who you are? That's the time we should have sympathy on others. We should know that they have limitation. The others have limitation for knowing us. As we also have limitation for knowing us ourselves. So how am I going to know myself? I know that there is something more in me. I want to bring out that power from me. How do you know that there is power in you? But I have an intuition. I feel, I think there is energy in my heart. How do you know that you have a heart? Yeah, these are the questions. How do you know that you are a heart? Means I think. Do you know that? The heart does not think. It is your brain thinking. It's not heart. Heart is just an organ, vital organ. It pumps blood to your blood vessels. But suppose you see something all of a sudden, then your heart will stop before your head. That means the fear takes place in the heart at first. Then after only mind is going to recognize that snake in front of you, or a thief in front of you, or something else. So that means there is something more in that heart. Have you felt this type of something in the heart? No. During the breakup? or expecting to a good result and suddenly our name is not there, then there is something in the heart going on. What is happening going to happen? But showing a face, a different face, not showing that, but the face itself will given away, gives away what is inside, what is in our heart. So it all shows that we are something more than what we know about ourselves. This yoga helps you to learn this aspect. And this scripture, hereafter I say Veda and related texts are called scriptures. So we have a huge quantity of texts. Veda, and then Yoga Sutra, and then Bhagavad Gita, and so many texts are there. All these texts deal with this subject matter. Suddenly you may wonder, then what about the God? I have heard that in Hinduism and in India there are so many gods, and each god is have a separate identity. Is there any one God above all this God? It is the alarm. 6:29. So we can continue up to 7 o'clock, right? Okay. So many gods are there also. How come these gods? From where did you get these gods? That is also in the Veda. This is just an introduction, giving you many aspects for you to continue for the entire course. The subject matter for the entire course means for 20 days subject matter is given right now. What are the things we are going to discuss tomorrow onwards? So is there many gods? From where did you get this number of gods? Yes. Vedas. From Vedas. How yesterday we did prayer to which God? And what is the significance for that? And what is the relationship between me and God? So if I pray to God, then He may give something to me. If I don't pray to God, what will happen to me? Nothing is going to happen. Do you know that? It is the I and you is not make the entire world. Every creature in this world belongs to His creation only. His means God creation. So He is responsible for each and everything in this world. And in fact, He knows exactly who is where and what He is. He does not, God does not limit a person's growth, or God does not give any favorable to any person. He is equally available to every person, and He is equally responsible for every person, and He abides in the heart of every person. It's not in the heaven. We may say that He is in the heaven, but actually He is not in the heaven. He is everywhere. How can you prove that He is everywhere? Yes, that is given in the text. So logically, how you can prove the existence of Ishvara? Ishvara means God. Logically, how you can prove the existence of God? Is there any answer for that? No. You can, logically means not experiential. So suppose somebody says that I experienced God, means experience means I have seen God, I heard God, I imagined God, He came to my dream. Then what? I saw. That's all. Other than that, nothing. Is the God exists in this way? If He exists in that way, means if He is seen by whom? Seen come under this category. Seen by whom? I. So when I see, I prove the existence of God. Who is great now?
I.
Yes. God doesn't prove that He exists without I. So, just like a book here, the existence of this book is proved by me, the knower. Means any knower. So, knower is much more important than known, because the first thing is the knower. So suppose God is known. First of all, God is knower or known?
Sorry?
God is knower or known?
Known.
Known. If in quote, if God is known, then the known comes after the knower, and the knower I stands first, and nothing is superior to that I. Everything is inferior to that I that is known. Because consciousness, awareness located in I only, not in the known. Suppose, for example, consciousness resides in me or in this object. Then there is a question. No. Wait. I am aware of you and you are aware of me. One is I, the knower, the another one is the known for this person. And the same way the other person also.
Subjective.
Yes. I am the subject and you are object. But for you, I am the subject. I am the object and you are the subject. Yeah. So simultaneously two subjects can exist, and both of them can make the other person object also. Is it possible for me to do that type of a relationship with God? That means what? That means He is an individual just like you and me. So I am these kinds of relationship I am having with another person, means my neighbor, my friend, my relative, my wife, or my child, or whoever it is. These kinds of relationship only. And then God also come under this relationship. In this type of relationship means what? I have many friends. Maybe God is one among them. I have many relatives. Maybe God is one among them. I have seen many people, maybe God is one among them. So suppose God is one among them, means what type of importance you are given to God? God cannot be limited to that extent. God cannot be subject to your likes and dislikes. This person I don't like it. This person I like it. This God I like it. This God I don't like it. That means what? Your God is subject to your likes and dislikes like any other person you met in your life. That means that's not God. Finish it. That's another individual you imagined. Then what is that God? Then what is that God? To know the God, you have to travel from this present state of your life to the beginning of creation. You travel to the beginning of creation. Suppose we know that. Have you heard Big Bang Theory? Yeah. Big Bang Theory, all of us accepted, or all of us have no problem with the Big Bang Theory. So it is scientifically proven that, therefore it is accepted. And in that Big Bang Theory, there was no time. There was a time when there was no time. There was a time where there is no space. All of a sudden, for no reason, space and time came to be. And it was so powerful that it was a bang, big bang. It was a blast. The tremendous energy came out from that blast. But nobody knows that which was there before that blast. What was that? No, don't know. But something, because some unknown, totally unknown. This unknown blasted. Bang. Big bang. Then it became fast. The space came out. Because everything needs space to accommodate. Space is there to accommodate. Space is nothing else. Space is just accommodation only. You cannot carry space with you anywhere. You have a stomach. It should have enough space so that you can eat. Once that gap is filled, you cannot eat anymore. And suppose you travel from one place to another place with that empty stomach. Is the space in your stomach travels along with you, or you travel, space remain where it is? What do you say? Huh? Space will not travel with you, because space is everywhere. Limitless. Space is limitless. So limitless means it cannot move. Limitless means you cannot do anything. The air in your stomach, it can travel along with you. Water in your stomach, it can travel along with you. Fire in your stomach, it can travel along with you. And what else? Food, of course. The food in your, or acidity, whatever it is. Acidity is also fire, a type of fire. Means it's something. So that can travel along with you. But the space in your stomach, once you travel from point A to B, the space in A remains there, and when you move in the space. Not you don't think that you are carrying space along with you. You travel in the space from point 1 to point 2. You continue to travel. So that space come into being first at the time of the creation. Then what? Then the particles formed. The energy is nothing but the travel of particles. And there is no energy without the particles. So how can you say that? Yes, you need all these particles. The movement of electrons. Or even we do not know. Actually, it's all assumption of science only. What type of energy it was. And then what? And slowly the the molecules or the particles or the atoms, subatomic particles, all of these things one by another it comes out. So 2 came, and then 2 joined 3 came, and 3 joined 4, and joined 5. In that way the creation started. Is it really modern scientific, or is this way the Veda also says? Yes, exactly, Veda says that way. Veda says, first there was nothing. Then what? There was one consciousness alone was there. Science does not know that was consciousness. For the view of the science, it is the matter. Before the creation or beginning of the creation, there is only matter. But Veda says there is one consciousness before the creation. And then space came, then air came, then fire came, then water came, then earth came. Only 5. Nothing more. Only 5. Space, air, fire, water, earth. And the combination of all this, what we are seeing, everything here. Then, what about me? I, the individual. I am not fire. I am not earth. In fact, all these 5 together, put together, is our body. Water is there. When it is gone, you need to drink water again. Food means nothing but earth only. Modified earth is food. And water and the fire. And the fire means it is part of the food. Fire is there. So the whole body is made up of these 5 elements. It is called 5 fundamental elements. What are they? Space, either space or either. Air, space, air, fire, water, earth. This is the just beginning only. And suppose you say that I have a body, take out these 5 elements from the body, what remains? Nothing. Nothing remains. So, when you came here, you came as an unidentified, invisible entity. You came into this world. You came into this human form. In this human form. An entity, just an entity, an existence. There is an existence of you, but you don't have a body. You came here, took these 5 elements from this world, made your own, and you possessed that thing and said that it is me. When the time comes, you leave that body here. You remain how you are, what you are before that, the same way you remain, and then you go. So from unknown to the known, from unmanifest form, you came to manifest form, and then you go back to unmanifest. That is what exactly you call it death. That's it. That's it. You took something from here. How long you can take something which is not yours? Tell me. How long you can hold something which is not yours? That means you rent it. It is lending or renting. You took. You hold. Suppose someone gives a bag to you. Please hold on. Please hold for me for 5 minutes. That means after 5 minutes you have to give it back. Just because I got it, I will not give back. You cannot say it. Your body is given to you for the time being to use. You use it and give back when the time comes. Don't worry, you don't have to give back. It will be taken away. Exactly at the time, when the time comes, there is a bell rings, it's taken away from you. That's called death. That's the definition of death. I think it is better to stop right now. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And now you may be having some questions or something you want to discuss. That can be done.